Let's move on to main topic number 3. And our third main topic today gets submitted to us by Diamond Dog's Puppy, who writes, "Hello, John. With news of the Batman's new release date of October 1st, 2021, do you see this as an advantage or disadvantage for the film's box office potential? This will be the first live-action Batman film opening outside of the summer season. Does Warner Brothers see this film as another Joker-level success? Thank you, and have a great day." All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And yes, this kind of broke yesterday, right at the tail end of us doing the John Campea Show. But Warner Brothers has announced that the Batman has been moved. Matt Reeves' Batman release date has been moved. Now, before you get too concerned, it hasn't actually moved by all that much. I think in total, it's like 13 weeks that it moved. 13, maybe 14 weeks that it's moved. So it's not a staggering move like, say, the Fast and the Furious 9 move was, which was like an 11-month move or something like that. It was only about 12, 13, 14 weeks. So it's not bad. And Rob, both you and I agreed yesterday that this was probably less of an issue of Batman needing more time as it was, this is a result of Warner Brothers doing a reshuffling of their entire thing, so certain things have to move.
Yeah.
And it's probably more of a case like that. Now, as far as how can Batman perform in an October release date? And could Warner Brothers be looking at Batman as a Joker-level success, possibly? Well, here's this. Before Joker ever hit $1 billion, a Batman film hit $1 billion. Now, it was a Christopher Nolan Batman film, but Batman was ahead of that. Joker, as great of a character as Joker is, and I am not besmirching the greatness of the Joker character, but Joker is a secondary character in the Batman universe. There is Batman, and then there's all of his characters. So that does not mean that this Batman movie will make $1 billion. But it means that it has the potential to far exceed what the Joker movie did. And that feels weird to say because Joker, as we said, is a $1 billion film. But I think that the potential is there for a Batman film to far exceed it. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I mean, Justice League had the potential to be a $2 billion film, and look how that turned out. But whatever. The point is, yes, it has the potential. Now, how well can it do in October? I'll tell you what, I think it can do exceedingly well in October. I think October could be a great kind of release date for a movie like The Batman. Now, am I a little bummed out that we're going to have to wait like 3+ more months for the movie to come out? Yeah, I'm a little bit bummed. You know, October 2021 is a good distance away, so that's fine, whatever. It's still, at least it didn't push it back into 2022. So, do they see it as possibly being as big as Joker? Yes, they do. Can Batman succeed in an October date as opposed to a summer release date? Absolutely it can. But of course, Rob, it's all going to come down to how good is the movie and how good is their marketing campaign. Because if they have a crappy marketing campaign and the movie's bad, well, all this is just academic. It doesn't matter anyway. But I mean, if this movie's great and they have a great marketing campaign, I think the sky's the limit. Rob, you're looking at this. Number one, can this Batman, because this is a new Batman. This isn't Christopher Nolan's Batman. This isn't the Batman we've had in the DCU. It's a new Batman. Can a new Batman out of the gate have Joker-level success? And can it enjoy that kind of success in a month like October? How do you see it?
Well, I think absolutely. Again, first of all, let me just say right away, it always depends on the quality of the film, John. The film has to be great. The film has to knock it out of the park. The thing about Joker was, you know, Joker was one of those movies, it was a zeitgeist movie. It captured a moment. Certainly, it dealt with issues we're all dealing with in our own lives. We're wondering about healthcare. We're wondering about services. We're wondering about how we're treated and mental health. I mean, the Joker, beyond being a Joker movie, had so many interesting things to ask an audience that was watching the film. And then obviously that spilled over into the press. So Joker was its own generating marketing machine simply because of the questions it was asking. Now, if Batman transcends being just a Batman movie, And I think the Christopher Nolan movies did that. When you got to Dark Knight, I mean, Heath Ledger was seen as the ultimate agent of chaos, the ultimate post 9/11 film. It really entered into the conversation, whether it was politically or socially. So Dark Knight was an event. Joker was an event. It wasn't just a movie that we as film connoisseurs were watching. It was a true cultural event that people were talking about all over the place, whether it was on 24-hour news shows. I mean, the conversation went to late night talk shows. People were talking about this movie as a cultural event. If Batman can do that, it doesn't matter what month it opens in, but if it catches fire in the consciousness of pop culture beyond just being a Batman movie, and if it has something to say, a question that is interesting that we can ponder when you go out to a dinner, you go to a bar, you have a phone conversation with your friend, you start talking about the issues that Joker brings up rather than just whether it was good or not. I mean, if something like that happens with the Batman, it could absolutely make $1 billion. It's going to have all eyes on it, you know, and I think it's theirs to lose. But if it is that good of a movie, yes, it could. But I don't think they should expect it to. I don't think anybody should expect a movie to make $1 billion, no matter what it is. Even in this day and age where, hey, Captain Marvel made $1 billion. Every movie that's going to make comic book movies are going to make $1 billion. No. You know,
Hellboy would like a word with you.
Yeah, and you got to look at the movie and go, okay, how much did this movie cost to make? Let's say it cost $200 million. I think they should expect it, you know, between 6 and 800 million's a win. Even, and I don't think it should have cost $200 million, but let's say it did. $800 million bucks, that's a win. Might not be as profitable as you want, but you can't, I mean, I think this thinking, and I know it's permeating the entertainment business. Everything has to make $1 billion. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You can't expect every superhero movie to make that much money. $1 billion is still very special, John.
I agree. I completely agree. And listen, they've got a tremendous world-class actor in there right now who, speaking of Christopher Nolan, is going to be in Christopher Nolan's next film, Tenet. We got a tremendous world-class director. I still wish it was Ben Affleck directing it, but if it's not Ben Affleck, I love the idea of Matt Reeves directing it. There's a lot of things going in its favor. We're just going to have to wait and see. Question here for you guys is this. What do you think about this? Do you think this Batman movie carries the potential to reach those Joker levels or higher? Do you think it could succeed in a month like October, like as a traditional summer movie? What do you guys think? Jump down into the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. All right.